you?
I am well.
Very happy
well.
that you found time in what I assume is an incredibly busy schedule to be here with us.
I'm glad to be with you.
And it's a question I'm going to try to ask everyone who is here, who is trying to do what you're doing. A lot of senators are running for president. A lot of your colleagues, where you still work, you have to go to work with them.
Yes.
Is it awkward when you see each other?
You know, no, it's actually, I mean, so far so good.
Uh-huh.
I think that all of us have a lot of respect for each other, and many of us have worked together. I mean, certainly since I've been there in the last 2 years. And so far so good.
All right, well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't end in fisticuffs.
Yeah.
You were a district attorney, both in San Francisco and for the state of California, so you have a prosecutorial background, which I think a lot of people have noticed in committee hearings. You are very good at asking questions.
Yeah.
Do you feel like these questions at this point, and the kind of questions that the Trump administration is being asked now, are making the president nervous? Or is this just how he is?
I mean, here's the thing, Seth. When I'm there asking those questions, it is because I believe the American people want the truth. And sometimes you have to extract the truth from people. And so, you know, but we got to go where we have to go to get at what's going on, what has happened. And that's how I think of my role in those hearings.
I know you have to walk sort of a sensitive line here, but you're on the Senate Intelligence Committee, so you've seen things that maybe aren't public, and we're in a situation now where we have a Mueller report that's out but not public.
Right.
We have a letter from Attorney General Barr. Does it square what the 4-page letter Barr put out with what you know?
Well, put aside what I know, I think what the American public knows is that Bob Mueller was engaged with an incredible team for 2 years in an investigation. And the Attorney General produced a 4-page document in 2 days. And so I think everyone is smart enough to know how could he possibly have summarized 2 years worth of around-the-clock investigations in 2 days into just 4 pages. And for that reason, I think we all know we need to have full transparency. The American public deserves to see and know what that investigation involved.
I will say, and this is a nonpartisan observation. Nothing happens quickly in D.C. The fact that it was 2 days later, he's like, good news, we got your answer, it's nothing, was very surprising to me. But I also want to ask, are you surprised, disappointed that Mueller did have these 2 years, and it seems as though, you know, some people have used the expression that he punted on the decision whether or not there was enough evidence for obstruction. Do you feel as though an investigator who had that much time and that much freedom should have come to a more concrete answer on that question?
Well, but we don't know what Mueller said because we've not seen the report, and that's part of the issue. The American public, and certainly the United States Congress, should have the ability to judge for itself what the evidence was, what was the underlying evidence that supported the report, and there should be no hesitancy by this administration and certainly this Attorney General in giving it to us. It is a matter of serious concern. And then we'll see. I think that there is every reason to believe, based on his entire career, that Bob Mueller was thorough, that he went where the evidence took him. But we need to see, because the other thing I know as a prosecutor is that there is a difference between knowing what happened and being able to prove what happened. It doesn't mean there is no evidence. But it probably means that there was not sufficient evidence to maybe bring certain charges. But let's not also forget, there have been 33 indictments. Let's not forget that there is a whole lot of evidence of crimes that have happened, and people are taking their toothbrush to the courtroom these days because of it.
Are you shocked as a prosecutor how quickly it does seem like you have to remind people how many people who were close to or worked explicitly for the Trump administration are either in prison or, have been arrested?
I mean, I think that it is...
If I had asked you this question 4 years ago and said, like, there'll be somebody in office and they'll have this many people connected to them in jail...
It is quite unbelievable.
Yeah, right?
You're
okay,
right.
good.
You're right.
Yeah. Okay, good. Because I thought I was crazy.
No.
Okay.
And actually, that's the thing, is that we all have to remember that we are not crazy.
Yeah.
And that these are serious, serious matters.